All right, guys, I think we can get started. So, again, last time, we're starting standing on the mat. We will start without any of our props, but if you do want to use props, we will be using a small ball and a light set of weights today. I'm just going to put my hair up real quick and we'll get started. If you guys want to have any music on, I don't have music playing so that I can post these recordings after. But if you want to have some music playing and you don't have like a playlist of your own, I do have some playlists on my Spotify under Sophia Celeste. It's also posted on my Substack too. So if you guys are ever looking for music to listen to while we're doing our movement, I have those. Let's get started on the mat. I got my slippers. Okay, guys, standing at the back of the mat to start. Just taking 2 deep breaths here. One more. Reaching the arms up nice and tall to the sky, looking up to the ceiling. Big breath in here. As you breathe out, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Reach the arms up, breathing in. Breathing out, nod your chin to chest, hands come down toward the toes. We'll bend the knees here 3 times, breathing in and out with the bend. For 2, feeling the stretch through the backs of the legs now, starting to feel the connection to the legs, to the ankles, to the low back, to the hamstrings. One more here. Bend the knees, roll back up to standing. Arms come up nice and tall, looking up to the sky. Big breath in. As you breathe out, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Breathing in. And out, nod chin to chest again, bringing the palms down to the mat. This time, walking yourselves out to a down dog, putting the weight back into your hips and heels, letting the crown of the head start to fall down towards the mat. Taking a big breath in here. And out. One more. And breathing out. Right hand will cross over to the left ankle, taking a twist of the spine, again, letting the crown of the head fall. Big breath in and out here. One more. Coming back to center, bringing that left palm over to that right ankle, taking that opposite twist. 2 deep breaths here. Coming back to center, walking your hands back to your feet, bending the knees, coming back to standing. Arms will come back up nice and tall. Looking up to the sky one more time. Big breath in. Breathing out, bend the elbows, open up the chest. Breathing in, reach the arms up. Coming down all the way to the mat, walking yourselves back out to that down dog, putting the weight back again into the hips and the heels. We'll stay here. We can bend the knees and or lift the heels, whatever feels best for you. Take 3 deep breaths here. Listen to your body. Maybe you're sinking into one heel, sinking into one hip, alternating, stretching through both of the hamstrings. Take 2 deep breaths here. Finding that down dog position, palms are pressing down, the feet are pressing down into the mat. Taking a breath in. As you breathe out, we'll roll the shoulders forward over the wrists. Start to bend your knees. Find a hovering tabletop position here. Breathe out, press back to your down dog. Breathe in, rolling forward, bending the knees, shoulders over wrists. Hovering the knees. Breathe out, press back. We're here for 3. Rolling forward, starting to feel that connection to the core as the shoulders come over the wrists, hips come over the knees. Feeling the connection to the upper body here. Feeling the belly button start to pull in towards the spine. One more here. Hold this hover tabletop position. We'll breathe in and out for 3. Feeling the ribs start to hug around the belly, pulling the belly button up towards the spine. One more. Pressing back to that down dog. Take one more big breath in and out here. We'll come back to that hover tabletop position and pause. Right leg will extend back and tap back of the mat. Pull it back in. Left leg extends back. Pull it back in. It's that little tap back. Draw it in. Tap back. Draw it in. You're here for 5. Shoulders stay over wrists. Hips stay over knees. For 3. Breathing in and out. In and out. Press out of the shoulders. Last one to each side. Breathing in and out. Knees can come down. Tuck the toes under. Take a child's pose stretch. Let those arms lengthen out nice and long. Let the chest sink down. Big breath in and out here. One more. Beautiful. We'll come up onto your forearms, bringing the forearms down to the mat. Again, shoulder width distance apart. You want to keep your shoulders directly over the elbows. From here, again, making sure knees are under your hips. Right leg will extend back. We'll pause here. From here, making sure that right hip doesn't start to pop open. We want to keep the hips nice and square. Want to keep the weight even between the right and left side. We'll flex the foot, start to bring the toe down. Press the heel up. Breathing in as the toe taps down. Breathing out as the heel presses up. At any point, if you have ankle weights and you want to add that challenge, you can always choose to bring ankle weights on. Breathing out and press. Breathe in, tap it down. Constantly pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Feeling that deeper connection so the chest doesn't sink down as your leg lifts. For 5. 2 more. Keeping the hip square. Lift the leg and hold. We pulse it up for 8. 7. Pressing into the base of the booty where the hamstring and the glute connect. For 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold here. Open up your chest and your hip a little to that right side. So we'll come onto that right palm. You can turn your left forearm in so that your hands are almost touching together here. We've opened up that hip, that leg stays lifted. You'll start to bring the leg out to the side, to the right, and start to swing it back to center. Adding a little bit of a deeper connection to the core here. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the hip to open, but also not trying to sink into that left side too much. You want to try and stay lifted through the left rib cage, through that left glute. Breathing in as the arm comes wide, leg breathing out as it sweeps back. For 3. Belly button's pulling up to the spine. Press out of that left shoulder. Last one here. Sweep that right leg back to center. Hold it here. Bring your left palm onto the mat. So we have both palms on the mat now. That leg is still lifted. We're finding that square position again with the hips. The right leg lifts up and over to tap that opposite side of the mat. Sweep it back to center. Crossover tap. Sweep it back to center. For 7. Now we're working all these different parts of the glute. We're working the base of the booty. We're working the outer glute. We're even connecting a little to the inner thighs here. Squeeze and lift for 5, 3, 2, and then 1. Bring it back to center. Pull the knee in towards the chest. Sit the hips back. Nice, guys. Take that child's pose. Maybe let the arms come over to that left side. And then we can let them come over to the opposite side. And back to center. And then we'll go right to that other side. I'm going to come around this way because I will assault the Christmas tree if I don't. So we are starting both forearms on the mat. You have your left leg extending back and hold. Hips are nice and square. Flex the foot. Start to pull the heel down towards, pull the toe down towards the mat. Pull the heel back up towards the sky. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Good, guys. And lift, pressing into the base of the booty. Breathing in. Breathing out as you lift. In to lower. And out to lift. Pressing up out of the shoulders, out of the forearms. For 4. Last 2. Lift the leg and hold. Bring that left palm onto the mat. Turn so you have both palms almost touching together. You have that right forearm across the chest in front of you on that mat, opening up that left hip. We start to sweep the leg out to the left. Sweep it back to center. Breathing in and breathing out. Trying not to feel too much weight or sinking into that right side too much. Here for 3, breathing in and breathing out. Belly button in towards the spine. Good, you guys, 1 more. Breathing in. Breathing out, sweep it to center, hold. Come up to both palms. Square those hips again. We'll cross the leg over and tap. Sweep it home. Cross it over to tap. Sweep it home. Pressing up away from the shoulders, away from the wrists. Trying not to let that chest sink down, especially as we tap over. For 5, 4, 3. 1 more. And then pull that knee into the chest. Good job, guys. Sit the hips back to the heels. Again, take that little stretch side to side. Turn around again. From here, if you need a little sip of water, grab that sip of water, and then we'll come down onto your glutes. Feet will be pressing down into the mat. You will grab your ball, and ball will come in between the knees to start. We're bringing the ball in between the knees so we can find a deeper connection to the inner thighs, as well as the glutes and the core. You will find that when we go into our core work, having that connection to the inner thighs and the glutes helps you keep your form correct. So hands will come in front of you. We'll draw the shoulders down the back. So roll the shoulders down the back. Let's go palms face each other. Squeeze the ball with the inner thighs and press the feet down into the mat. Take your big breath in. As you breathe out, round up through your spine. Find a C curve with your spine, curling down towards the mat 1 vertebrae at a time. If you can come all the way down to your shoulder blades, find that full crunch. If coming down halfway or even curling back just 2 inches is what's available to you, do that and we'll build up. You want to have goals for this year. We're starting the year off all being here together, all putting in that work. So whether our range of motion is big or small, we have all year to work on it. You're here, you're doing it. 3 more like this. Breathing out as we curl up. Breathing in to control and lower. Deep squeeze of that ball. One more here. Curl back just halfway. We're squeezing into that ball. Hold. Tailbone is tucked up under. Shoulders are drawing away from your ears. They'll pulse back 2 inches, up 2 inches, back 2 inches, up 2 inches. Keeping that deep C curve, feeling almost like you're curling deeper into your C curve as you come up. Less of a lift from the chest, more of a deepening into that core connection, feeling the belly button pull deeper into the spine as you curl up. Ribs are hugging around the belly. We're here for 3, 2. Last one, come all the way up. Beautiful. Squeeze the ball, draw the shoulders down the back, take a breath in. As you breathe out, curl down halfway again and hold. Let the arms start to peel out wide. Breathe in, breathe out, press the hands back towards the knees. Breathe in and open. Breathe out. Keeping that C curve. So even as we start to engage that upper back, squeeze those shoulder blades, we're keeping the tailbone tucked under. That's flexibility of the spine that we're working on here. For 2, breathing in and out. In and out. And forward. Beautiful, guys. We'll grab the ball from in between the knees. Ball can come into the hands. We'll bring the ball in front of your chest. Scoot your booty closer towards your heels. We will curl all the way down onto your back. Breathing in, finding that control, letting that ball come up above the chest. Taking a breath in here. As you breathe out, press the ball towards the knees, almost hovering right above the knees. Lift the chest, find your upper ab crunch. So peeling the shoulder blades off the mat, reaching that ball forward, feeling the shoulders drop down the back and away from your ears, feeling the middle of the back glued deeply down into the mat, belly buttons pulling down towards your spine. Arms come up, take that breath. Breathing in. Now we'll breathe out, press and curl. Hold. And breathe in. Breathe out again, press up and hold. And breathe in. One more like this, breathe out, curl up, hold. Bring the arms up, biceps to ears. Press the ball down towards the knees for 4. Breathing in and out. Trying to keep that crunch. Breathing in and out. For 3. Keep the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Find that opposition. 1 more. And then lower down. Beautiful. Again, we could pull hips a little closer to the heels. You don't want hips and heels touching, but we want them to be pretty close here. We'll bring the ball back in between the knees. Arms come up nice and tall here. Wrists are stacked right over your shoulders. Taking a big breath in here. As you breathe out, just press your palms down and feel the ribs hug around the belly. Now you have the back glued down into the mat. The arms will lift. Keep that connection to the core. Again, take that big breath out and take that physical breath. I want you to hear and feel the ribs hug around the belly, core sitting around the ribs. 1 more like that. Breathing in Breathing out. Arms will come up one more time. As you breathe out, we'll bring the legs into tabletop. Press the palms down, squeeze into that ball. Arms come up, the toes will tap down. Breathe in, breathe out, pull it back. Focusing on your low core here. That's why we keep the head, neck, and shoulders down. Pull the knees to tabletop, press the palms down so they're hovering just at that hip bone. Breathing in and breathing out. Make sure the low back doesn't start to arch as we bring the toes down. For 6. Squeezing the inner thighs. And again, range of motion does not have to be big here. Toes don't even have to tap all the way down to the floor. Find that connection to the low core. Pull the belly button to the spine and use your breath. Last 3. Guiding your breath to your movement is a big part of Pilates. So finding how you can use and sync the breath to the movement, to the guide to the muscles will make all the difference in your practice. Last one, curl up, hold, nod chin to chest, curl up and hold. Squeeze into that ball, little tiny pulses into that ball. If you're feeling any pain in your neck when we do these curl ups or when we're crunching, you want to feel like you are pressing the back of your neck into your hands if your hands were behind your head. So you don't actually want to think chin to chest. As instructors, we cue this a lot, and we really shouldn't be, because you don't want to cut off that connection to the long spine, long neck. Squeezing into those inner thighs. I haven't forgotten we're here for 4, 3, 2, hold that squeeze for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come up, knees can come in towards the chest. So yeah, if you feel any pain in your head, neck, and shoulders, or feel a big strain in your neck when we're doing crunches, part of it is building up the strength through that upper back and towards the neck. But a lot of it is also making sure that we're not feeling that chin tuck into the chest, because then we're just straining the head, neck, and shoulders, which doesn't feel good. Bring the legs back to tabletop. Arms come up nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, peel the shoulder blades off the mat. Find your upper ab crunch and extend the legs. Squeeze the inner thighs. Pull the knees back. Arms come up, head taps down. Breathing out, extend, squeeze the inner thighs, lengthen through those arms, through those fingertips. Knees come in, arms come up, head comes down. For 5, breathing out and breathing in. Keeping the shoulders drawing down the back. Deep squeeze of the inner thighs as you lengthen through those legs. If lengthening through the legs isn't available to you, keep a small bend or just press those legs out 2 inches. Find the range of motion that challenges you but keeps your form. It's one of the biggest things you'll hear me say. Challenge yourself, but keep your form. Since I can't look at you, that's where you have to kind of be your own assistant, your own instructor. We definitely done more than 5 of these. One more. Press the palms down. Find that upper ab crunch. Squeeze here. Take little pumps of the arms up and down. Breathing in and breathing out. In and out. Squeezing the inner thighs. Squeezing the ball. Drawing the shoulders down the back. 2 more breaths. 1 more. As you breathe out, knees come into the chest. Beautiful. Take that breath. The ball can come next to you. Hands will come around your shins. Elbows come out nice and wide here. Take a breath in As you breathe out, find that upper ab crunch, curl up into that ball shape, and hold. Keep elbows out nice and wide. Staying lifted through the head, neck, and shoulders, extend the legs to the front of your room. Extend your arms back, biceps to ears. Breathe in, breathe out, circle the arms, pull the knees back into the chest even deeper. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, circle, pull knees in towards the chest. For 6. Keep in the middle of the back. Glue down into the mat. If head, neck, and shoulders have to come down as we transition, that's totally fine. Do what's available to you. For 2. Last one. Lower down through the head, neck, and shoulders. Legs come up to the ceiling. Hands come behind that right hamstring. Find external rotation, turning the toes away from each other, thinking of spinning the inner thighs away from each other. That's external rotation. Curl up into that right leg. Let the left leg fall just a little bit here. And again, elbows come out nice and wide. Letting the left leg start to peel down towards the mat. Keep the leg hovering. We switch the legs, staying lifted through the head, neck, and shoulders, and switch and hold. We switch and hold. Breathing out each time you switch the legs. For 5 and 5. Drawing the shoulders down the back. For 3, 2, and 2. For 1, and 1. Knees come in towards the chest, lower down through the head, neck, and shoulders. So good, guys. Big breath in and out here. One more. We'll focus on the low core a little more. Palms pressed down next to you. Legs come to a tabletop position. Again, make sure knees are stacked right over your hips. If we need some more help to connect to the inner thighs and the glutes, you can always bring the ball back in between the knees. Ankles are even with the knees, palms pressed down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, just plug the middle of the back down into the mat. Feel the ribs hug around the belly, core sitting around the core. From here, right leg extends. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring it home. Left leg. Extend. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring it home. Alternating legs. Your breath is guiding the tempo of the movement. Three more on each side. Breathing in and out. If we feel like this isn't challenging enough, we can always bring arms so they're stacked right above your shoulders so that you do not have that option to press those palms down for some help. Keeping the middle of the back glued to the mat, of course, but if we feel like we want that added challenge, we can have those arms lifted. Swim to each side. Breathing in and out. Knees will come in towards the chest. Legs come up nice and tall towards the ceiling. Again, palms can be down, or we can have those wrists stacked right up above the shoulders. Again, find external rotation. So we have a V with the feet. Your heels are glued together. Inner thighs are glued together as well. Squeezing the glutes. Starting to lower the legs. It's a hard movement. You have to be aware of your low back, of the middle of the back. Press down with the core. Feel the connection to the belly before you even start. Breathing in as you lower. It might be 2 inches down or 2 inches up. Again, range of motion does not matter as long as you're challenging yourself, as long as you feel the connection to the core, to the inner thighs, to the glutes. You're doing it right. Breathing in and breathing out. We're here for 5. Squeezing the inner thighs, press the heels together. Pressing into the palms. Only 3. Last 2 here, guys. If you feel this in your low back, make your range of motion smaller. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself that nice little hug here. Okay. We will roll up to seated. I would like you to grab your weights. I only have my 2 pounds here, so it's nice and light. I will come to face you guys. We will be kneeling. We'll do some upper body work for a little bit. If being in this position is super uncomfortable, then we can always come down so that you're not lifted off of your heels. Also, if you are uncomfortable in this position, especially on your knees, you can always stack your mat. I have 2 of these yoga mats because Pilates mats are usually thicker. So if you want to stack your mat or double up your mat for the work on your knees, we can go ahead and do that. You can also always choose to bring the ball in between the inner thighs so that you're staying connected through the inner thighs and through the glutes. Okay. I make a V with my feet a little more so my legs are together and then my knees are out just as wide as my hips and I have the ball in between my inner thighs. 2-pound weights come to my palms. Again, you can do this with 3s and 5s and keeping it nice and simple. I am very sore from yesterday, so I am just letting my body heal slowly. Okay, it's Monday. I'm being nice to myself in 2026. We have turning the palms to face forward. Little tiny bend in the elbows. Draw the shoulders down the back. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Reaching the arms forward just as high as the chest and slowly pulling them back down. Using your breath, breathing out as you lift and into lower. Finding and keeping that control. And into lower. Lifting tall out of the crown of the head, squeezing the booty. Maybe even squeezing into those inner thighs, connecting to that ball. For 5. Going nice and slow. If anything doesn't feel challenging, if you slow it down twice as slow, I promise you, will feel it deeper. The muscles will get more tired. It's all about time under tension. How long are those muscles under that tension? For 2, breathing out as you lift. And then last one, lift the arms and hold. Keeping the palms facing up, arms start to peel out to the side. Squeezing the shoulder blades, pulling the palms back together. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping the belly button connected to the spine, even as those arms open. We're not arching our back to open our chest. We're finding that opposition of the spine. So we're keeping that tailbone tucked, but squeezing the shoulder blades when the arms come out to a T. You're here for 4. Breathing in as the hands come together. And out as they come apart. For 2. Last one. Breathing in. As you breathe out, arms come back out wide. Hold here. Elbows pull back towards those hip bones. Sit the hips back towards the heels. Press the hips forward and extend the arms. Breathing in as you come back. Breathing out as you press. Into lower and out. In, Squeezing the inner thighs with the ball, keeping the connection to the glute and those hips. Press the hips forward, press into those hip flexors. Use the breath to guide the movement. First 6. Take a slight tip of your chest forward when you press the hips back. That way we can connect a little bit deeper to the core. For 3, 2, 1 more. Lift the hips, extend the arms out, and hold. Bicep curl and straight. For 10. And then pressing the hips forward, feeling tall out of the crown of the head. Again, you can go really slow. If we need that extra tension, you can always up your weight. For 5, breathing and in and out. 3, 2, and 1. Elbows come down, hips come down. Arms come out wide. Big bend in the elbows here. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Feel like we're connected to the core, but lift tall out of the crown of the head. Hands come together. Open those arms. Keep that deep bend of the elbows. If we need to bring the arms down closer to the belly button, that's also totally fine. Squeezing the shoulder blades and connecting those palms. First 6 and 5. Good, guys. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Find opposition of the spine for 3, 2, 1 more. Bring the hands together. Find that round shape here and hold. Lift the arms up 2 inches, down 2 inches, up 2 inches, down 2 inches. 8 and 7. Keep that control. Try not to rush it. Try not to use momentum. Use your strength. Find that control. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those arms down. Nice, guys. Lift back up off of the hips. I'm turning again towards the front of my mat so you guys can see me. We'll get into those triceps. So turning the palms to face back. Again, I have that little V. Legs are together, but then I'm opening just wide enough so that the ball can come in between the inner thighs. Shift your hips back and send the chest forward. You're thinking of this as a tipping motion. So we're not letting the shoulder blades round out and we're not arching through your back. You want to feel the tuck at the tailbone, shoulders pressing down, one long line here. You'll press the palms back, slowly let the arms sink back down. You want to think of pressing the arms down as you press them back. So we're really getting into the backs of the arms and those triceps. Breathing out as you press. And into. For 8. Nice long neck. Try not to look down at the knees, looking forward. For 4. Good, guys. Nice long spine. For 2. Last one, press it back and hold. Little pulses for 8 and 7. For 3, 2, and 1. Arms come down, come up. Beautiful. We'll keep palms facing each other now. Same thing where we're reaching the hips back, chest forward. Take that little hinge, pull belly button up to spine. Pull the arms back, bend the elbows. Straighten, bend the elbows. For 10, nice long spine. Pulling the belly button in towards the core. Pressing into those triceps. 5, 4, 2 more. Straighten the arms. Hold those arms straight. Pulse it up for 8 and 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down with the arms. Good job, guys. The ball can come back in front. Weights can come in front. If you need to grab a little sip of water, grab a small sip of water. Let's come to seated with your legs out in front of you. You want to stay tall through the chest and through the crown of the head. Arms reach up nice and tall. Take a really big breath here. As you breathe out, start to reach for those toes. If you have a block or a prop with you that can help you for your stretches, using the prop or the block to help you will allow you to deepen your stretch and kind of sink into your stretch more. If the stretch just feels really far away or too difficult to do, having a prop can really, really help you because stretching is really important. It's something that we should be doing every single day. It is something that even I am constantly working on, and I'm a very mobile person. So sometimes I don't feel like I have to, but my body will always remind me, especially after moving your body and working out and building your muscles, you need to stretch and lengthen everything out. Take one more big breath in and out here, really reaching towards those toes, taking the stretch through the backs of the legs. And then we'll slowly come back up, bringing your knees out wide. Bring the soles of your feet together. Forearms come over your shins. Knees, elbows come right towards the knees. And we're opening up your chest, almost trying to arch the back and start to press into the legs. You'll feel a connection to the inner thighs, to the outer thighs, maybe even the outer glute a little bit here, the hip. Opening up the chest more so than rounding out through the back. And that will help you feel a deeper engagement. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Good, guys. And then let's bring the legs out wide, just taking a stretch through the inner thighs a little more here. Arms can either choose to reach forward, trying to keep that chest up, or if it feels better, you can reach over to one side, feeling that stretch deeper, more towards one leg or the other. Again, if not, just taking that stretch forward slightly, trying to keep the toes reaching up towards the sky, feeling that stretch through the inner thighs, maybe even through the hips and through the back a little bit here. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Good, you guys. Okay, let's come to seated. Cross your legs. We'll bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart, and we are going to take 6 deep breaths to finish class. I want you to close your eyes and use these breaths as a moment to check in with your body, find that final mind to body connection as we finish out class. Maybe we're feeling less tight than when we woke up. Maybe we're feeling a little shaky in some parts because we were working hard today. Keeping that connection to the core as you carry out your day, keeping this posture as you carry out your day, using these breaths to be appreciative of your body. We are all here moving together, starting the year off in the right way. I am proud of all of you for being here. Thank you for moving with me. Take one more big breath in and out, letting go of any negative energy. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a good end of your 2025. I hope you guys had a good start to 2026. I'm so happy to be moving with you guys. That felt so good. Felt like such a good way to start the day. The sun's finally slowly coming out. We're not really getting much sun. but we're starting to see some light. The light's coming out. We're starting our days. I'm tired. I woke up tired this morning. But anyway, it was so good to have you guys. Thank you. I know that last week we didn't do lives, so we're back to our regular schedule. Oh my gosh, of course. I love this. My cousin from England was actually here for Christmas, which was so fun. Um, so Oh, good, guys. I'm so glad you loved it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. I am doing another live on Thursday night at 6:30 p.m., and those classes are a little bit more challenging, a little bit like higher pace, faster pace because they're at night. So these classes are always a little bit slower, but I'm glad that you guys are enjoying. Thank you for coming. Like 25 people moving this morning. That's fucking awesome. So I love you guys. I will see you guys soon. If you have any questions or need anything, reach out to me on my page, and I'll see you guys maybe Thursday. I have a post on Sunday coming. I'm coming out with some written pieces. I didn't really know if you guys just wanted me to post workouts, but I have had a lot of things in my mind that I've been wanting to talk about, just like wellness related, but not things to purchase because I'm kind of over that. And just like real things like the lemon water that I was talking about this morning, just like real things that have helped me and have guided me. So I'm hoping to get some of those written posts out soon. Definitely will have one written post and one workout posted this week. And then I'll see you guys maybe Thursday night. And if not, I'll see you guys next Monday. But I hope you guys have the best week. Happy New Year. So good to see you guys. Proud of you all for moving. Love this little community. And I don't think there's anything else. I think I've said it all. All right, guys. Happy Monday. See you soon.